This is EA Sports coverage of the PGA Tour. Hello again and welcome. Rich Lutter alongside Frank Nobilo. We're at Whistling Straits along Lake Michigan, Kohler, Wisconsin. And this golf course was first established in 1998. Frank, what are some of the key scoring holes out here?
Well, two of the par fives, the second hole and the 16th, probably give you the best chance really to reach those in two. And then there's a few short par fours really to look at, 6, 10 and 13. Actually, you could even throw 14 in that, would give you the best chance on those short fours. Par threes are really tough, so just be very wary on those par threes.
And the tee shot ends up in the bunker. Digs in, ready for the bunker shot.
Yeah, second shot here. Just try and aim a little bit behind that ball, an inch or two.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. In the hole, and that'll bring the score to 1 under. So coming off a birdie on the last hole. This, she is winding up, just wants to tear the cover off this golf ball. Beautiful swing there.
Long, just met longer.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. So going well up the hill to that green, will need to take an extra club here. This is a good-looking shot. Well, she just played a wonderful shot from back there. Makeable putt right here, currently sitting at 1 under for the round. So, Frank, what do you think of the start so far?
Rock solid. Very impressed.
Now to the first par 3 on this golf course. It's the third, about 188 yards.
Yeah, big green with lots of undulations, and it moves the ball from that right side towards the left, towards Lake Michigan. But club selection, important here.
Hoping to get this up and down here, Frank, at the par 3 after missing the green.
Yeah, it's not all bad.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. Just an excellent shot right there. About 5 feet away. Good chance. Settles in over the putt. Keeps the momentum going with that putt. Stays at 3 under. Frank, it's absolutely breathtaking, isn't it? I mean, you look left and all you see are the waters of Lake Michigan. It's called glory.
Well, that's one of the amazing things that Pete Dye has done in his design of this great golf course, is to incorporate all the natural vistas that are available.
Wow, I mean, she absolutely annihilated that tee ball.
Oh, that's fine.
This has really been impressive. High level of golf today, putting on a clinic out there. Frank, this looks like a pretty challenging shot into the 4th.
Just like the previous hole, when you've got the lake on the left, you've got to favor the other side.
That will be a great look at birdie. Eight-foot putt here. Drops another birdie and moves to 4 under for the tournament. Here at Whistling Straits, and they call this hole Snake. Frank, how do you avoid getting bitten by it?
Well, if you go left, there's water. If you go right, there's water. This hole is anything other than straight, so it suits its name. Somehow find the fairway. Best way to play this is treat it as a three-shotter.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. Frank, any chance to get home in two here?
Well, if you've taken an aggressive line over the water on the right, now you've actually got to do it taking the second shot over the water on the left. Should be safely on deck.
Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seve-esque.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Frank had the touch of a plumber right there.
Yeah, you'd like a redo, wouldn't you? Wake up, wake up!
Frank going for another birdie here.
Chance to get on a real roll.
Playing some outstanding golf right now. That's another birdie and 5 under par.
Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle nose down.
Can't even see it from here. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
back-to-back birdies and 6 under par. Frank, there's a good reason they call this 7th hole shipwreck. It's 221 yards.
Bunkers, all sorts of things. But really, when you look at the hole another way, it shapes up for a left to right shot.
And it generates some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie.
It's no snack, though.
How about 7 under par now? Frank, check out all the bunkers on the right.
I can't count them on one hand, that's for sure. Just another example of how Pete Dye has just has gone to work in the way in which he's protected these holes. Ball just took off the face.
Well, this one is offline just a bit. Look out. And that one is going to end up in the rough. Pretty good result right there, considering
It looked rough all the way.
Exactly.
Rich, really did.
setting up for the approach, this player in total command.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The decision-making, club selection has been spot on, but the execution, the swing, is really what I'm admiring right now.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
Rich, I'm starting to lose count. This is just birdie after birdie.
It's all-time stuff. I mean, this is territory we just don't visit very often. I don't know if that was a misread or what, Frank, but that one hurts.
Yeah, she's certainly going to have to pick up her socks after that.
Trying to grind out a par here. Needs it. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, what about this downhill shot off the tee and the idea that you just want to sort of let that ball run toward the green down the hill?
Well, Pete Dye just gives you so many different looks throughout the front 9 of Whistling Straits, and this really is the first example of this, plus the swirling winds that are created by that sort of tree and the mounding on the right of this green. Quite spectacular.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Frank, what are you thinking about on this approach here at the 9th?
It plays a little downhill, so it's going to play a little shorter than its distance.
Not too unhappy with that, Frank, at 17 feet.
No, from that distance, it's more than good.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage, and you're not going to birdie every hole.
Did the job right there. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back. Just smokes it.
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is.
That, Frank, is position A.
Wouldn't you like to have that in your bag every day?
Love it. Well, she's just made it look easy out there today. Swing has been rhythmical, tempo's been good, and really has played outstanding golf. And getting ready for the putt. Moves to -8. Well, Frank, the 11th here at Whistling Straits is a monster par 5. They call it sandbox, but it is not exactly child's play, is it?
No, I can't actually count the number of bunkers on this hole. Plus, it's a dogleg to the right. 645 yards. I don't care whichever way you cut it down. That's going to be 3 good shots. Forces you to hit driver off this tee.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Well, Frank, as we know, golf is not played generally on a flat surface, and here we go, uphill.
Yeah, and the uphill lie is going to guarantee you more loft than normal. So you're going to have to counteract that with maybe an extra club.
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. This requires a lot of speed through the ball.
I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. Well, a fine birdie chance for her right now. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
I guarantee you, though, she thought she had that one.
Just a couple of feet. That is a solid par putt right there. Frank, the previous hole, we took out the sledgehammer. Now at the 12th, we'll need a scalpel, it looks like.
Yeah, at 163 yards, you wouldn't think it's very long. But really, the problem is the green. You can pitch the ball in the middle of this green, and still it can kick over. So be very, very aware of the mounding and the undulations on this green.
That looked like a miss hit, Frank.
The lie was okay. It's a little surprising. Maybe wrong club?
Just in the first cut of rough, not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here. Solid play, heart of the green. 8 under par for the round. Cliffhanger. How do you deal with these 402 yards, Frank?
Really, you got to pick a spot down the left side. Even where the rough isn't really such a bad line. Keep it down there, let everything kick to the right, but you have to avoid missing right here.
Well, they claim it's a reachable par 4. We haven't seen a whole lot of people do it today. We just saw it right there. Well done. This is a cross-country special. Pretty good stroke right there, just hit it through the break.
It's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
These putts keep the round together. This is just a prolific display. That is the 7th birdie on the round. Now to the par 4 14th. It is a dogleg left, about 396 yards.
Yeah, it really narrows up around that 300-yard mark. So this is another hole, really, where you don't need a driver. But somehow you've got to get that ball in the fairway. Remember, 250 yards, only leaves 145 in.
What an outstanding shot that was.
Got the right result too. It's just a tapping.
The great hits just keep coming. Moves to -11 on the day. The 15th now, and a 503-yard par 4 here at Whistling Straits.
Well, it's certainly beautiful to look at, but tough to play. Bunkered once again, left and right. But it's a hole that you have to hit a driver down here, just purely because of the length of the hole.
Good tee shot, good lie, and now a good chance to take advantage here on this hole. Settles in, looking to knock it in tight. Frank, there really is nothing in America quite like Whistling Straits when you consider that it looks like an old seaside links course, and yet it's in the middle of America. It's in Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's a beautiful piece of landscaping there that wraps around Lake Michigan, so that's what gives it that links-like feel. But then it took a genius of an architect to build in 18 phenomenal holes that match the environment.
Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Now the run to the finish beginning here at the 16th, Frank.
And there's certainly a chance for 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, you name it down here. But it's all going to start with one thing, and that's a good drive.
Beautiful looking shot right here. And safely on the fairway.
Once again, a good lie. That makes such a difference. Takes so many variables out of play.
This one will play a little bit longer. It's up the hill to that green. This is a good looking shot. Frank landed it on the green.
It was never going to stop.
No chance. And setting up here in the rough. Coming out of the rough and right up next to the hole. Settles in over the putt. Stacking them and racking them. '17th now, and if you have a club that goes 250 yards on a good line, bust it out right now.
And if anything, you want to aim it just a hair to the right. It pays to be a little cautious here because of that mound on the left. It goes down some 20 feet below the level of the green.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. The final hole at a major championship. Suck it up and then lock it up if you can.
And this hole is anything other than straight. It looks like it bends to the left, but the tee is so far left it forces you to go right. Miss left, it goes down in a canyon full of bunkers. Miss right, and that second shot just becomes so much longer. Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle nose down.
Can't even see it from here. Well, we've got about 135 yards left. That is always so disappointing from that kind of a spot when you come up short.
Yeah, you're licking your chops over that one. A shot you think you could hit directly at the flag. Now, test for the short game.
Take that all day, just 15 feet. So a tough way to close the round, missing a short putt and a bogey here at 18. Not going very well for her at this point. This is for bogey. Not her best effort, walks away with a bogey. Frank, that was an impressive round out there today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. We've seen some great shots out there, and I'm excited to see how the rest...